Speechification, it's a blog and a podcast that points to, I guess, a personal selection of the best speech radio that there is around there. So it sort of started as a blog about Radio 4, really, and then kind of expanded from that into speech radio anywhere we can find it, which at the moment tends to be the BBC, ABC in Australia, and bits of NPR. But we haven't got anyone in the States listening all the time, so it tends to be when we dip into it. And it's, well, someone described it as Radio 4 with you and yours removed, but it's kind of, it's the bits of speech radio we like, and there seems to be a few people who like it too.
So the technology side, how does that work?
It's very elaborate. Where there's an MP3 on a server somewhere, we'll point at that. Where there isn't, it starts in a lot of ways because the BBC's audio expires after a week. So we grab an MP3 from, I think me and Steve both use Audio Hijack. I don't know what the others use. So we just literally, press record, get the audio stream playing, make an MP3, stick it on Amazon S3 and link to it. So we're paying the hosting bills, we're paying the people, every MP3 someone listens to on Speechification costs us money, but it's that simple. And because it's a podcast, a blog with MP3s in, we ran it through the iTunes podcast machine and people can subscribe as a podcast.
What's the response from the BBC?
It depends which bit you talk to. We are re-podcasting Radio 4 content, and you're not allowed to do that. But we're not. We're very careful to avoid some things that we think they might have massive commercial value. So we won't be re-podcasting the new Michelin Web or something. Something we think they might be able to sell. We probably wouldn't do that. We don't take any ads, so we're not making money from it. It's costing us money. And I think quite a lot of people at the BBC like it because it's an example of the kind of thing they want to encourage. It is like new media pundits for 1,000 years have talked about how the web's going to be all about people curating media for themselves, and we are doing that. And not many other people are. So I think they can all point at, internally and go, like that, we need stuff like that. Yeah. So I think they'd like to help us, or some of them would like to help us do it easier, because our big problem is if we become really popular, it's going to cost us a fortune. There's lots of people at the BBC who recognise that it's silly that the programmes expire, online. It's an artefact of a rights regime that existed, and will probably change, and they are working to change it, and it's just silly that they've got hundreds of thousands of hours of really good radio sitting there that the people who paid for it theoretically can't access, and that's, I can't imagine that will still be the case in 5 years' time. Which will be cheaper for us. And at that point, Speechification will just be, this is our view on what's good. And we'll still have a point. At the moment, in order for us to be able to do that, we have to host the MP3.